On Saturday, 14th March 2026, Dr. Job Obwaka, who is a board member of the Kenya Hospital Association, which trades as Nairobi Hospital, kila mtu anaijua kama Nairobi Hospital, a private hospital here in Kenya, was abducted on the afternoon. And the only reason why we knew that, Kenyans knew that this man was abducted is because Senior Counsel Nelson Havi was alerted by the family, and Nelson Havi akaanza kupiga kelele kwenye mitandao, wakaanza kumtafuta kwa police stations, and they went through like all the police stations in Nairobi until finally the DCI produced him at Muthaiga police station, where he was locked up on Saturday night, 14th, and on 15th, which was a Sunday night. He was presented in court the whole day until in the afternoon, and there was no charge that was brought until like late in the afternoon, in the evening, and that thing went the way it went. The funny thing is, the owner of the dog, the owner of the abduction, came out and spoke on 17th of March 2026. Take a listen.
Let me say from here in Mount Elgon, as President in the Republic of Kenya, as patron of Nairobi Hospital, senior doctors, senior professionals from Nairobi Hospitals approached me to save Nairobi Hospital from conmen, from fraudsters, and from charlatans who wanted to expropriate Nairobi Hospital. And I want to say, for the avoidance of doubt, nataka niwaambie wa Kenya, Nairobi Hospital is a premier medical institution, hospital in the Republic of Kenya. In fact, it serves the region. There is no way I am going to allow Nairobi Hospital to be taken over, taken hostage by charlatans, by conmen, by fraudsters. That is why I have instructed with clarity that all those who are involved in fraudulent activities in Nairobi Hospital will be removed. They will be taken to court. They will be charged. And Nairobi Hospital is going to serve the people of Kenya. I want to tell the brainless opposition, find something else to do. Wachana na Nairobi Hospital. Nyinyi hamujui chochote, akili yenu iko chini sana. Sio kama tunaelewana bwana. Sasa mnaenda kukimbia maneno ya Nairobi Hospital, hata hamujui nini inaendelea. Sikizeni madaktari wa Nairobi Hospital watawaeleza, wacheni upuzi. Ama namna gani my friends? Sijui kama tunaelewana. Unajua wale watu, those brainless opposition, they are just scavengers. Scavenging on any headline. Oh, sijui nini Nairobi Hospital nauzwa, sijui nani anataka kununua, wacheni ujinga. We are going to stand by Nairobi Hospital. Nairobi Hospital is a public institution. It is an institution that serves the public of Kenya. And we are going to defend the right of Nairobi Hospital to exist. We are going to protect Nairobi Hospital from charlatans and crooks and conmen and fraudsters. And we are going to stop at nothing until we make Nairobi Hospital what it always has been, the premier hospital in the Republic of Kenya. Tumeelewana jameni bwana? Mount Elgon hoye. Tumekubaliana ama hatujakubaliana?
So what you have watched is 17th of March 2026. President Ruto alikuwa Mount Elgon, ameenda huko kutembea, kuona wananchi kama kawaida na kusambaza uongo wake. He went to spread his lies, as we all know. That is what he does every time he goes out on top of a vehicle. And he was actually going after what he calls his opposition, which is akina Rigathi Gachagua and akina Kalonzo Musyoka and the rest of them. And while doing that, he forgot that he implicated himself directly as the President of the Republic of Kenya into that mess of the abduction of an 83-year-old man. What is peculiar about this is that he is the person who, before 2022, he said that the police, the judiciary, and other arms of government are going to be independent. But it is very clear when he names himself patron, akijipiga kifua, you know, when he's boasting that he's the patron of the Nairobi Hospital and he cannot let it, you know, be taken over by charlatans. And he's calling this 83-year-old Dr. Job Obwaka, who has over 50 years of experience, I think 60 years of experience as an obstetrics gynecologist. Hiyo jina ni ngumu, madaktari munisamee. Sawa? And he's calling this highly respected man in society, anamuita charlatan, anamuita fraudster, anamuita conman. Sawa? Just because na sisi we know as Kenyans. Sawa, we know what the president is up to or was up to. His attempt was to grab ownership of Nairobi Hospital, and that is why he was forcing a hostile takeover of the board. Sadly, Nairobi Hospital is not a limited liability company. It is a company owned by membership. So doctors, medical doctors, they register as members of Kenya Hospital Association, and that is how their ownership structure is, kuavoid mambo kama haya ambayo yamefanyika just 1 month ago. So just over 1 month ago. So this thing has raised very serious questions about President Ruto and his government, especially because we have public hospitals in Kenya, around the country, county hospitals. They do not have medicines. Sawa? The doctors are not paid on time. The nurses are not paid on time. Just the other day, Kenyatta National Hospital nurses went on strike. Just the other day. Because they were complaining about their remuneration, their benefits not being paid, you know, their deductions not being taken where they are supposed to, akina pay as you earn, akina SHA, you know, their pension schemes. So to see President Ruto fight so vigorously and aggressively for Nairobi Hospital, akisema ati sijui this hospital serves the public. It serves the public, but 99% of Kenyans cannot afford the services at Nairobi Hospital. 99%. I can even dare say 99.9% of Kenyans cannot afford the services being offered at Nairobi Hospital. And for him to be pretentious in Mount Elgon, speaking to a rural, poor population and telling them that it's not going to happen on his watch, that Nairobi Hospital is taken over by charlatans, fraudsters, and conmen. I mean, who is the conman here? President Ruto. Who is the conman here? When public hospitals cannot offer basic services, your citizens are suffering in the hands of a failing healthcare system. They are suffering in debt, medical debt, because that whatever it is you have fronted as universal health coverage is not working. SHA, SHIF, SHA, whatever it is you want to call it, is not working. And here you are, going after Nairobi Hospital. Sadly, Dr. Obwaka has died. He died on the 1st of May. And many Kenyans are very angry because Kenyans are viewing his death as it has been accelerated by the actions of President Ruto. Sadly, our president, everywhere he goes, everything he touches ends up in death and destruction. And this is a sad thing to say, but we have lost Dr. Obwaka. And you must remember, on that Monday 16th, when Dr. Obaka was presented in court, he was not well. Yule ni mzee wa 83 years. He needed medical attention. His lawyers had to fight. Actually, I think one of the closest person I saw there, I saw there is Dr. Bosire, who is a medical doctor, who is also an advocate of the High Court. And Dr. Bosire was fighting the court, wanaitwa wale mapolisi wa court. Sawa, wajaribu kumsaidia huyu mzee apate medical attention, and the court was refusing. They had to order an ambulance from Nairobi Hospital, akafanyiwa first aid kwa parking lot ya hapo Milimani Law Courts. Dr. Obwaka pamoja na I think 3 other board members wakazungushwa hapo the whole day mahakamani. They were never charged. Sawa, kukaletwa some fake charge sheet hapo, and that case ikapotelea hivyo. And this thing has gone on for the past few weeks, few months now. And it's really a shame what we have come to as the Republic of Kenya, where we have a president who wants to steal each and everything that lies around the country. Yani akiona kuna kuku yako pahali imekaa vibaya, anakuambia umpatie kwa lazima. Ukikataa na kutumia DCI, wanaku abduct, you know, they take you around circles, you know, and then finally he grabs it by force. As we speak, sahii nikiwa naongea hapa, for those who don't know, Kenyatta University Teaching Referral and Research Hospital, KUTRRH, is on its knees because whatever it is that you go and get treated there, SHA, first of all, does not pay the claims. They reject 90% of claims za hospitali kama KU na Kenyatta National Hospital. As we speak, KU, even the canteen itself has died because any little collection of cash goes to pay bill 222222. And that money ikienda huko 222222, it never comes back. Believe it or not, that money never comes back. KU is on its deathbed as we speak. But President Ruto, kitu anapigania ni nini? Anapigania Nairobi Hospital. Because him, as you have seen, as the patron. Let's forget KU Hospital. Let us go to Kenyatta National Hospital. Kenyatta National Hospital, sahi, has been put on agency notice by Kenya Revenue Authority. If you do not know what an agency notice is, an agency notice basically means that an organization, a company especially, has defaulted on paying its obligated taxes, whether it is VAT, whether it is pay as you earn, whether it is withholding tax, whatever it is tax that KRA wanakudai. Kwa mfano pay as you earn inalipwa tarehe 9. Sawa, so mkilipwa mshahara mwisho wa mwezi, by tarehe 9, whatever it is umekuwa deducted as pay as you earn, unafaa ulipe by tarehe 9. Ukishindwa kulipa, I think KRA will give you maybe a month. Utaenda uombe msamaha pale, ubeg nini, and then after the second month, when you cannot pay as you earn, sawa, they put your accounts on agency notice. Agency notice basically means, in short, ya kwamba each and every shilling that comes into your account automatically belongs to KRA, and it is transferred automatically, and an automatic transfer is initiated from your bank account to KRA's account at Central Bank of Kenya. So you can imagine Kenyatta National Hospital are on agency notice as we speak. Just like a week ago ndo wameweka on agency, ama 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, wameweka on agency 1 week ago. So that is how bad in debt Kenyatta National Hospital is. So Kenyatta National Hospital iko na, I think, nearly 1 billion shillings in rejected SHA claims. So wewe unaenda pale ni mgonjwa, unatibiwa, wanafanya pre-approval ya SHA, wanakubali, and then after that nani invoice imeenda SHA wana-reject. So Kenyatta National Hospital, as we speak right now, is technically insolvent. But what is our president doing? He's fighting for Nairobi Hospital because the people of Mount Elgon need Nairobi Hospital more than they need Kenyatta National Hospital ama Kenyatta University Teaching Referral and Research Hospital. This is the state of our nation today, 2nd of May. This is Mwabili Mwagodi. Thank you very much. We want to pray with the family of Dr. Job Obwaka. We want to tell you that Kenyans are standing with you. We are praying for you. And may Dr. Obwaka rest in eternal peace. Please subscribe, like these videos, comment, and share with your friends and family. And as usual, thank you for watching. Asanteni.